a biatch. So, welcome to everyone. Hang on. Hey, oh. Model's crashed. Testing 1, 2. My model has crashed. This is not good. Microphone device, USB audio codec, blah blah blah. Microphone microphone intensity. Test 1, 2. Test. Hello. Twitch backpedaled like a bitch. Yep, that'll work. That'll have to work. The joys of installing a new hard drive and having it backpedal. Sorry, hang on, I'm just plugging my phone in. I'll be 2 seconds. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Hello. Yeah, so for those who don't know, in the past 48 hours, Twitch has done a U-turn on their policy and done a U-turn again on their policy. Because, like, oh my goodness. Okay, so it's... Oh, God, it's a shame I still don't have that image from last night. I really wish I did. God, let's see. Got them. Anyway, so let us establish a timeline. So Morgie Pie is a streamer from OnlyFans. Yep. So Morgie Pie is a streamer from OnlyFans, and what she decided to do was to essentially do a cam stream that's not a cam stream. That's not a cam stream on Twitch, and like obviously was no no one knows what neep nerp means. I don't care that there's 2 P's in there. This is my channel, goddammit. Got banned for it. Now, that's essentially what she did. Did a cam stream. It's not a cam stream. Essentially, she just streamed naked, as far as we know, with, like, obviously everything cut off above the nipple line. Now, fast forward then, and a bunch of other people, and I'm not going to type it in because there's way too much ground to cover and we don't have a lot of time to do it. Fast forward a couple days, because this is happening over almost a week period now. A bunch of people decided to test the limit, and as a response, Twitch said, well, this is becoming too common for us to not have on the platform, and it's generating us a lot of money. So on the and again, I'm doing this the way that my country, New Zealand, types out dates. I don't care. That's not how you do it in your country. Or I kind of do. I'm just not going to do it because, well, neener. This is my channel, god damn it. So on the 14th of the 12th of this year, Twitch updated their TOS to allow artistic nudity. Now, we went over that. Well, no, we went over the specifics of what the difference between these two was. The gist of it was Twitch turned around. Twitch has had a long outstanding policy of anything that focuses on, like, you know, your titties or your groin or any area of your body that could be considered sexual or lewd. They generally don't allow it. But in response to this policy and people breaching it, as a response to the old policy of not allowing that shit at all, and the sheer amount of people that were just going, no, we don't want to follow it. Twitch decided in all their infinite wisdom to allow it with very specific tags and very specific rules attached to it. Again, the specific nature of those rules in question were your 3D model can't be nude at all. You were allowed to, under very specific circumstances, but the right tags, draw nude models, draw nude art on Twitch. And those were the two major points of contention. Yes, there were other rules attached to it, but compared to the larger narrative, not wholly important. So Twitch updated the artistic nudity. Did they do anything else on this date? I don't think that they did. Nudity with the tags. So Twitch updated their existing policy to allow the right tags, and people ran with this shit. Now, here's the problem. Twitch's policy, the way that they worded it, was a little bit disorganized when it came to models and stuff like that, because there were some people who thought that, since their models are not themselves, it can be nude. They clarified under the attire policy that no, that was not the case. However, in the next 24 hours, shit got weird. People started pushing the rules. I bet, based on what I understand, there were a lot of people who did not use the right tags, and the art tag just got absolutely flooded. We're talking flooded with people who decided that they were just going to push it and post porn and stuff like that. I think the response of, they're just posting porn is a little bit, a little bit, were they really? Because, can I bring up, I can't remember specifically where it was in the video, but the wording of the policy was drawing of nude models was allowed, again, with the right tag associated to it. Did I get an update on Twitter? Alright, cool. So, however, I'm willing to bet that a bunch of people just didn't want to do that, didn't want to follow the policy. Let's see. As a result, I will bring up the video. Transference to the fucking name. At the time. I'm trying to find the specific wording. Where was the... Because I did bring up the policy as it stood. Let's see. I do remember. I'm just trying to find it. I'm showing a stream within a stream. Can you believe it? Yeah, here we are. So, this is where there is a lot of contention, and I will just zoom in. No, that's not working. I will go full screen. So I'm showing my stream. Like, it's weird because my model actually lines up with where my model is on the screen, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is where a bunch of people are debating a bit about whether the Twitch TOS did or did not allow it. The specific wording was content with a focus on fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculptured sexual body parts regardless of gender, such as doing nude figure drawing, is allowed with a sexual themes label. However, fictionalized or sexualized acts, such as masturbation or, the like sexual fluids, and we know what that means, is not allowed. And that's where a lot of the issues came up over the last 24 hours, because a lot of people read that policy update and rightfully so interpret it as, oh, we're allowed to draw smut on stream with the appropriate tags, which is a correct interpretation of the sexual content policy as it stood 24 hours ago, or thereabouts. And I did say at the end of this stream that Twitch really does need to put out a video with actual examples of what it is that they are saying is allowed on the policy, because even I knew that yesterday that Twitch was going to do what they were going to do, even though I may have been confused a little bit at the time. I was very much touching on the fact that they, that what was going to happen is the policy was going to be written one way, people were going to be read the rules as written, but then Twitch was going to very much go, oh no, this is a bit much. And that's all because Twitch has this nasty habit of putting out a rule saying this is our intent of what we want you to do with the policy of what is and what isn't allowed, but they got so overwhelmed with this new content that they didn't fully anticipate what their rules were allowing, and so now they've had to update the policy. So let's have a read through. On Wednesday, we updated our central content policy. Our primary goal in making this update was to make our guidelines easier to understand and enforce. Part of this update changes as to how we treat fictionalized nudity. For years, through user voice and in conversations we heard from artists, that our content policies were limiting in making this update. We were trying to be responsive to these requests and allow the thriving artist community on Twitch to utilize the human form in their art. Firstly, we want to make very clear that some streamers, in response to this update, created content that was in violation of our new policy, which I very much doubt, given the specific wording of it, but okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. We worked quickly to remove that content and issued channel enforcements. However, there was also a great deal of new content that was allowed under the update policy. This section here, I think they need to do a video on showing exactly what they're referring to. Were they referring to the human form as... Okay, so how to illustrate what I'm saying. So, live, nude. No. Drawing the human form. Yeah, so this is more the stuff I think they were referring to. Because in the classic style of painting and in drawing art... Excuse me, I'm just consuming the alcohols. Drink responsibly. Hang on. Nope, I don't like that. Do I have the podcast playlist in here? Hey, let's go. Sorry, I just like a little bit of jazz in the background. So in ancient, I say ancient, but in more older forms of doing art, it was focused, one of the major focus points on how skilled an artist was how well they could capture the human form. And the human form, in most cases, was drawing like a live nude model. And I'm 80% sure that that's what the new Twitch policies was actually aimed at. They were thinking, it was just people drawing the nude, the natural human form as it stands. And then people did all this other shit, and they were like, whoa, that's not what we were intending, and they had to backpedal on it. However, this great deal of new content, much of the content created has met with community concern. Okay, so people were just so this pretty much tells me that people were mass reporting to Twitch, and they weren't happy seeing this. I have a feeling that's because people weren't using the appropriate tags. These are concerns we share. Upon reflection, we've decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of nudity present unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images, and it can be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. This really seems like an irrelevant statement because the policy was not... I don't understand why they're including AI here, because this is mainly... The policy was saying artists were now allowed to do this, and it was like human artists that were creating this wave of art that they weren't happy with. Possibly, I don't. It would be interesting to see if there were channels using AI generated art just to mass generate smut, which is possible with the technology we have. Anyway, so effective today, we're rolling back at the artistic nudity changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature rated games. So yeah, things like Grand Theft Auto still allowed. Kind of weird. You can find emote-specific standards for nudity and sexual content in the emote guidelines. We aren't making any other changes to the updates until Okay, so we look at that later. We are in the process of pushing our update to our community guidelines that reflect this change. It will take a few days for both this blog and for the community guidelines to be translated. While I wish we would have predicted this outcome, part of our job is to make adjustments to serve the community. I apologize for the confusion. Okay, so that's a lot to go over. I apologize if I speedrun that, but it seems to me it's not Twitch that had a problem with this. It is the users of Twitch that didn't like seeing smut just come up on their channel. They were like, this has no place on Twitch, so they mass reported it, and then Twitch responded on behalf of the users rather than on behalf of the moderators. Okay, so sexual content. What have they changed? We're not sure. Light 6 minutes. Okay, so that hasn't changed. Okay, so adult nudity, that's a nude one. Users are prohibited from broadcasting and uploading content that contains depiction of real or fictional nudity, regardless of the medium used to create it. Incomplete censoring, such as pixelized mosaics or blur effects, or sheer or partially see-through coding, do not constitute an exemption to this policy. Exposed anuses, any amount of exposed genitals. Okay, so they've pretty much gone back to pre-Morgie Pie days with this new policy, which... Wow. So we've come... So in the span of like 48 hours, we've come full circle. Well done, Twitch. You've proven to everyone that you're a bitch. Oh my... Hang on. Fuck you, John Cypher. Fuck you. Don't actually kill people, that's not okay. So, they very much realize the sheer horniness of Twitch. And we're like, yeah, no, we can't handle this. We should probably, in all likelihood, not do this anymore. I do think that it's a bit of a reaction from Twitch, because let's be real, the internet's not a safe place for people who shouldn't be viewing this, and I think people just got a little bit too sensitive, and people got a little bit too lax with not using the right tags. See? Hang on, I need to figure. Titty croissant, lagar. Titty croissant, lagar. Anyway, where was going for this? Yeah, so Twitch got ban happy like they did, and this isn't new. This is not unexpected behavior from Twitch. But then you have a lot of people like Kraken Mummy, Marina, who and she followed the new TOS as it was written and got banned for it, and now she feels like shit. And I'm just like, come on, Twitch, you need to do fucking better. Like, it doesn't. I genuinely question how they do it, because it was like, I remember, who was it? It was Pokimane. There was an issue with Pokimane. I can't remember what it is, but I remember, Pokimane. I'm trying. Was it Swoozy?
I think it's important to note, this is our first real female guest.
What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean real female?
You know what he means.
I just think the wording was perhaps a little. Are you okay?
I'm horrifically offended.
Yikes.
I would
Me
walk,
too, to be honest.
I would walk out, but the lav mic is just annoying.
Fair enough. Can't be fun.
No, but yeah, no, our first female guest on the
Yeah.
show. Thanks for
I
being
have
here,
to-
by the way.
I have
Appreciate
to
it.
ask,
No, thanks for having me.
what is it like being a female? Like, honestly,
That's-
how does that all work?
You gotta be more
Yeah,
specific.
can
Like,
you explain?
Toby's got his notepad out.
Yeah,
He's
I need to know.
I got you, no
trying to
worries.
fit in.
I know, like, there's something that happens, like, maybe once a month
You know,
that just is fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's when they get paid less than men.
When you lose
Although
Twitch subs.
some
yeah,
people-
when my check comes in and
Yeah.
it's half of Fitz's.
Mm.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I was gonna make a joke there, but I just could not think of a good joke to make without sounding like a total asshole. So.
I mean, you can go ahead and do that. It's cool.
Yeah, we'll just go to some time.
I have a Tesla Model S. Let's just say.
Anyways,
No, kidding.
I was gonna say that was actually something I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I'm sure our perspectives are really, really different, especially on YouTube and Twitch.
I was talking more like periods and stuff.
Yeah,
But sure.
you just have one.
It just happens?
Yep.
So what is it, like your body just shreds an egg?
A full egg?
It's like...
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, like
Are we
once
really?
a
Are we
month-
really explaining what a period
No,
is to
no,
swear
once a
ourselves on
month
the
you start
podcast?
getting.
I'm curious, man.
No, I'll tell you. You start getting like a lot of kind of pain down there. Like imagine a cramp.
Is it
like
like-
you
is
ate
it
something,
here?
like you ate a
It's in
bad
your
tummy.
abdominal,
Yeah.
right?
So you
So
feel
it's
like your tummy,
Right.
like when you have a stomach ache, like right below that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like where the
And
vagina is and
then-
stuff? Like,
No, not under, like below.
Oh.
No, the
Yeah.
vagina's on the front, Pookie.
Yeah, on the front below. Anyways, so you get that pain, and then what you have to do is once it gets really bad, you like squat, and then the egg comes out.
oh,
Yeah.
like a little
And
chicken.
then a few
Lays
days
the
later,
chicken?
yeah, it
Yeah.
Goddamn. Yeah, so I think Twitch has a lot to answer for. Like, because they're really good at writing policy, but they're really shit at enforcing it. But there's a lot to learn here. I think that... Oh, God. I think that's really all I can... Like, it's just so bad. So bad. Yeah, so that's going to be it from me. I think Twitch has fucked up, and they really do have a lot to answer for. Are they going to answer for it? Probably not. I can't even predict what they're going to do as a response to this. I will say this much: they are not going to bring it back. If they are going to bring it back, it's not going to happen anytime soon, because this last 48 hours has been a shit show of people getting banned for following the rules as they stood. Like, yeah, I mean, like Sari, or Sudi, or frickin' sexy French woman, got a 3-day suspension, for drawing like a nude character without any genitals during a 4-hour stream. And like that's horseshit. And what's really bullshit, like she said she knew she had like 3 Twitch staff members in the chat, and it got taken down not because they had a problem with it, but because the community just like mass reported it. And I think that's just like not okay. It was... Yeah. Here's another thing I think. I think... Yeah, that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to clock off now. I have some things I need to do because I just rebuilt my computer I pretty much did a heart transplant with my new computer using, because I know I'm now running an M.2 hard drive, finally. That's only just decided to start working for reasons that I cannot explain. And I've been a computer tech for like the past 10 years, and I have no idea why it's working. There's every chance it could stop working, but we're just going to leave it there. Thank you all for joining in. This will be uploaded to YouTube later for posterity, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now.